Okay guys, we're out doing some more scouting today, and I walked up on something I want to show you. There's a reason this is here. Let me turn this thing around, you can see. Can you see it? This is an old climber from no telling how many years ago, but there's a reason this is here. Somebody did their homework, somebody did their scouting. They put that on here to hunt it. Why? Ask yourself those questions when you find stuff like this in the woods. Found another possible stand location this year, and I'm going to explain it. Right behind me, there's a perfect trail right here, and we're in the last of August, 1st of September, and if they're already using this, I know they're going to be using this when the acorns start falling, because there's plenty of white oak trees, red oak trees in here, so there's plenty of food in here. But I want to show you this trail, and then I'm going to show you why they're using this trail. As you can see, this trail is right there, and it goes right on up, and it's very well worn and as level as I can. I'm going to hold this camera. The trail is right here. Now I want you to look up here. See how this falls off right here? There's a crevice right here that comes up a drainage. Deer are creatures of comfort and habit. They don't want to take any tough walking trails, as we don't want to take any tough walking trails. So remember that. Always look for terrain features that would block a deer or would thwart a deer from going that direction. And as soon as I looked around for possible stand sites on this trail, right over my shoulder right here is the perfect place. I'm gonna walk back here and show you. Alright, what we have right here is a group of 3 trees. If you got in that middle tree, you're going to be blocked by the 2 outer trees, this one and that one, and I would get right here. Now of course you can't get that high in here because of the canopy, but that middle tree would be a perfect bow stand. This is the trail. It's going around in a curve right here. Let me show you why. Now if you look right here, this is a drop off. That drops off. That's a little ravine drainage. The deer are going to walk around this right here. The possible stand location is going to be up on top of the hill over there, catching these deer coming around this trail. Okay, as I came across this ridge trail, you want to be very alert. You want to investigate. You want to see where they're walking, when they're using it. You want to look for your funnels, your pinch points. You want to look for all these things, and then you want to look for fresh signs. Well, I can tell you there is fresh tracks on this trail, and there's another sign that you need to look for that shows this trail is active. And I know their patterns change, but this trail's not going to change because we have almost a sheer cliff 10 yards to my right. We're going uphill. There's a main road there, a logging road. These deer want to remain hid. This is a pinch point, but let me show you the other side. We have droppings. Look for the droppings. That's another sign. This thing is fresh. The deer are using this. Okay, so we have several locations, stand locations on the ridge in the hardwoods. We've seen tracks, we've seen fresh droppings. We've got plenty of white oak trees, red oak trees. But there's one thing that I haven't mentioned yet, and you're going to have to pay attention to this. When you go walking in, you don't want to sound like an elephant walking through the woods. Of course, you know in the fall that all these leaves are going to fall. And if it's dry, the deer are going to hear you a half a mile away. So what you want to do is you want to plan your entrance and exit route. And that's what I've just done. I'm sitting on the top of the ridge right now with the old logging road, and I am about 80 yards from the pinch point that I said I was going to put the tree stand on. So plan these. If you have Onyx, use your tracker. Walk your way out, use the tracker, save it. And if you come back, of course, during the daylight, you're going to be pretty easy to get back in there. But before daylight, early in the morning, I don't care how long you've been in the woods, you're going to get turned around unless you mark your trails with bright eyes or magnetic tape or something like that. But if you mark your trails, especially with Onyx, that thing, if you have service on your phone, it's going to keep you within 3 to 4 feet of that trail when you walk in, and you can go right to your tree stand. So use every advantage that you have. These deer, this is their home. We're walking into their living room. They know when we're there. If you go walking in and you sound like an animal walking in on the leaves, they're going to know. So plan your escape and plan your entrance routes. Go in easy. Try not to disturb the animals. Try not to bust any out, and you'll have a much better hunt. Okay, guys. I just keep finding more sign. When you hunt in a hilly or mountainous terrain, you use the ridges. I don't want to walk up and down them either, and the deer doesn't either. And I found another pinch point, and I want to show you what I found. Right here, there's a trail, and if you can see, there's a deer track right there, a deer track right there, a deer track right here. So this is very active. And let me show you what they're doing. If you'll look to the right here, there's the river. The river is not 15 yards from me. Let's pan to the left and look up here. You see the opening right there? That's a clear cut. Guess where the deer are going to walk? They're going to walk in this 50-yard span between that clear cut and this river. This is what you call a pinch point, an excellent pinch point. Okay, so once again, look for these pinch points, look for funnels, and let me show you what I'm talking about here. This is just below where I said was an excellent pinch point. I showed you the deer tracks. I'm going to turn this camera in a 360 all the way around. You can see what I'm talking about. I've got a sheer cliff on one side. I've got the river on the other side. All the deer tracks are right here where I'm standing. Let me show you. There's the river. And if you turn around, and I'm standing flat-footed, what's there? There's a bank, and it keeps going up to the very top up there. A deer's not going to travel that. They're going to travel this road right here. This will be a major stand site this year. Okay, another thing about these river flats. Like I said, we have a tremendous hill to our left. We got river to the right. This is cool down in here. The deer are going to be more apt to move here if it's warm during the first of bow season. They're going to be more apt to move here before dark. And this could be a perfect bow stand. Take in all these factors. Sign, yes, we have sign. Terrain features, yes, we have terrain features. What about the coolness, the ease of travel? We have all those things here. So you're going to have to key on these things, and then you're going to have to find stand locations that you would sit up and set up on these deer. And there's plenty of deer stand sites in here. I mean, if you look, you have this one. You see, we're in the flat right here. Here's the cliff to the right. And we can set up on any of these trees on this cliff that are right here on the edge. That would be a 25, maybe a 30-yard shot to this bottom. How do you tell if there's bucks in the area? You look for signs. Last year, I'm on a set of a trail on a ridge. Look at this tree. That is a scarred over rub from last year. As I'm walking this flat, keep your ears and eyes open. I actually just heard hogs cross the river. Can't get to them. But look behind me. See it? There's always a reason these were put here. Key on these.